allow your visitors to interact with a web page. You can use behaviors to create jump menus, pop-up windows, play sounds, validate forms, and much more. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to use behaviors to create interactivity on your web pages. The Behaviors panel is used to add behaviors to your web page. To view the Behaviors panel, go to Window, Behaviors, and this will open. Any behaviors that are already attached to the selected pages appear in the behavior list, or the white area of this picture here. These behaviors are listed alphabetically. The Behavior panel contains the following options. First, Show Set Events. When you click on this, the panel displays events that have been attached to the document. These events are listed in client-side and server-side categories. Next, Show All Events displays a list of all events within a given category. Next, the plus sign here is to add a behavior. This displays actions that can be attached to a document. Selecting an action results in a dialog box where you specify parameters. The minus sign, Remove Event. Just as it states, this option removes the selected event and action. The up and down arrow buttons, you can navigate through the behavior list to find an event. So to add and apply a behavior, open the HTML page that you want to add the behavior to. We've selected a template. Next, make sure your Behaviors panel is open, and select the element in your document that you want to give an action. I'd like to give an action to this image here, so I will select that. Click on the Add Behavior icon and select a behavior. I'd like to add an effect and add a shake effect. And our target element is the current selection, so we click OK. And you can now see the event in the Behaviors panel. Now you can see that our behavior, shake, is triggered by the action on click. This means that when a user clicks on our image, it will shake. So if we go to our live view, it shakes when we click on it. But perhaps we want another action to trigger the event or behavior. We can change it by clicking on click, and then a drop-down menu appears. We can select a new action from the drop-down arrow. So we could change it to on mouse over, which means in our live view, if we just hover the mouse over it, it will shake. And once you save your document, that will also save your behavior. Now, how about creating a pop-up window? Creating a pop-up window for your website is much easier than I'm sure you think. All you have to do is simply add a behavior. Start out by selecting the element that you want to add the behavior to. We've selected the H1 text. Now go to the Behaviors panel and click on the Add Behavior icon and select Open Browser Window. This is the dialog box that appears. You'll enter the URL of the page that you want displayed in the pop-up window. Since we're not actually going to upload this site to the web, we're going to select a local file inside our root folder that we've named more.html. Next, select the width and height for the pop-up window, and select any attributes for the window, such as a navigation toolbar, location toolbar, status bar, menu bar, scroll bars, or resize handles that allow the pop-up window to be resized. Finally, enter a name for the window in the window name box. We're going to enter more, and then click OK. Now we'll save the document. Then we'll preview in a browser window in order to see our new pop-up. So when I click on this word, our pop-up comes up. Now let's talk about status bar text. You can use the Set Text of Status Bar behavior to show a message in the status bar at the lower left-hand corner of the browser window. You can use it to describe a link, a photo, a section of text, and so forth. We're going to show you how to do it and see what it looks like in this section of the lesson. To add text to the status bar, select an item in the document as we've done with other behaviors. I'm going to select just the first few letters of text in this paragraph, and then add another new behavior, set text of status bar. Go ahead and type your text in the status bar. And you want to keep it as brief as possible so that it won't be truncated. Then click OK. and then you'll be able to preview that in your browser as well.